Oh, shit. What's going on, y'all? Real quick video on people switching up. Gotta get to bed, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of y'all be confused. You be wondering, like, did they switch up on me? What's this? What's that? Like, you a detective and shit. You be trying to identify why a person acting strange or different or whatever. Try to break this shit down quick as possible. Number one, man, you're going to know because you know that feeling that you got from the past people you was with, how you get this feeling that just something ain't right or some shit, you know what I mean? Not the feeling after you find out that they was on some bullshit, but the feeling that you got before you found out, like you were suspicious of it, like, man, I think something's off with this or whatever, right? And we talking about people that you kind of like got close to, or yeah, more than somebody you just trying to get to know, because you could just be trying to get to know somebody and be like, oh, they didn't call me for 20, I ain't hear from them in 24 hours, they switched up. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Even though that could be, but not necessarily. You can't go off that. You can't be say, well, she ain't hit me up for 24 hours or she must have switched up. No, this is what I mean. Remember, the key word is switched up. They would have to have some type of behavior at first to switch up and show you different behavior. You can't say that with somebody you're getting to know because you really haven't got a grasp of what their behavior really is yet. So you can't say, well, they switched up on me, because you don't know their behavior like that yet. You know what I mean? But you can feel things like this. Like, you could just feel when someone's energy is shifting or changed. But sometimes y'all be wondering, like, well, I can't believe they did that. How they switch up on me like that? You know, that's because they was love bombing you in the first place. You know, they really never felt the way that they was portraying the feel in the first place. Because if they was really feeling you like that, like they really cared about you and shit, it's impossible to go from 0 to 60 on the motherfucker you really care about like that. Now, if you just faking it, or if you just there for certain reasons, certain agendas, of course you could switch up. You know what I mean? Because as soon as you don't get what you want, fuck that, I'm gone. You know what I mean? Act different towards a person. One word text and shit like this. Even if it's somebody you're getting to know, dry text is a big sign. A real big sign. But not always. Like, you can't really go off of it too much unless you've seen the behavior of them sending you paragraphs. Now it's one word shit. That's because somebody else, they're giving their attention to somebody else or wanting the attention of somebody else, not you. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to be alone. Nobody. Even if it's just to be with someone for companionship or something like that. Nobody wants to be alone. You know what I mean? It's easy if it's a woman, because we know the woman does not want to be alone. So if this woman was beating your phone down, now all of a sudden she's not, more than likely it's probably because she's talking to somebody else. Sometimes maybe you fucked up, but if you fucked up and the woman was really real, you probably wouldn't hear from that woman no more. She wouldn't be like hot and cold type shit, more than likely. You know what I'm saying? Unless she's confused, but she's probably confused because she's probably talking to somebody else, more than likely. Usually women give you warnings of when they're about to discard you. 9 times out of 10, they'll say shit like, I'm not happy, I'm not getting what I want, or type shit like this. Men might do it too, but usually it's the women who do it. You know, and you might be giving them everything that you thought you could give them, and they still might not be happy. So just let them go. You know what I mean? Some people are doing that because they want you to give them more, and the more you give them, they still saying, you didn't give me enough, it's not good enough. So it don't fucking matter, you know what I mean? But once and a lot of people, A lot of y'all might ask, well, why are people in relationships still? How did they last this long and such did this or that? Just because you still with somebody don't mean they didn't switch up on you. People stay in relationships with people all the time, and they've already switched up on that person. They don't feel that same way about that person no more. It's not the same. They just there because they scared to be alone and shit like this. You know what I mean? But they've already switched up on the person. It's the person that they are now to that person is not the one they was when they was with the person in the beginning. They already switched up. You got people married right now already switched up on each other. They just still together. That don't mean shit. Y'all got to get about it that they still texting me or they still live with me, so it must mean it's all good. No, it don't. Because a lot of people switch up on you, right? But they want to keep you there. They don't want other people to talk to you, or they want to keep you there just in case it doesn't work out with whoever they're trying to make it, whoever they think that's better than you. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these people complain about you not good enough to make them happy, so they go look for it at other places. Instead of looking inside themselves and try to make themselves happy. Sometimes it's not even you, it's just themselves, but they don't see that, so they fumble someone good like you. You know what I mean? Because they're going to go look for it somewhere else, and it's not going to pan out. And that's why they come running back to you a lot of times. That's why they come running back to you a lot of times. But you'll know it's the same feeling. You can't mistake this feeling. It's the same feeling that you got all those other times and all those other relationships you was with when you thought that, oh, they about to leave me, or they about to they doing something ain't right with them. It's the same fucking feeling, dog. Every time. That's why I know if a girl switches up. If a girl switches up, especially if we've been talking for a while, she switches up, I'll know. Now, if I haven't been talking to the girl too long, I still will know, but it's not as blatant as that feeling when you was really like getting to know somebody and then they switch up on you. It's not as blatant, but it's still there. Still the same feeling. It's just died down a little bit. It's not on steroids like when you with the person. That should be on steroids. It's blatant, but y'all be ignoring that shit. Y'all don't want to accept it. You know, these people are not going to come out and blatantly say, I switched up on you, because they want you there just in case it doesn't work out with whoever made them switch up. You know what I mean? You could say, oh, you did something wrong and that's why they switched up. 9 times out of 10, if they was really real and it wasn't someone else that made them switch up, they would just leave you alone. So in other words, a girl's not cooperating, doing what I want her to do. But I really was real with the woman and shit like that. I'm just going to leave the woman alone. I'm not going to keep her around and nah, they don't do, not genuine people. They're not going to do that because they care. They're going to be like, this ain't working. I'm leaving you alone. You know what I mean? They're going to leave you alone. Plain and simple, you know. But everybody ain't genuine and everybody ain't good. So you got a lot of people who have switched up on people, but they still got you there wearing that mask like they still like you and shit, you know. And this is why some of y'all can't believe from the very beginning that they done the shit they done. Because of the fucking mask, you know? But just remember, no man wants to be alone, no woman wants to be alone. Now, do people want relationships or not? That's different. I didn't say that. Commitment, a lot of people might not want that. But to be alone, not to deal with the opposite gender, that's bullshit. So you gotta ask yourself why nobody going to, people monkey branch. They're not going to just completely discard somebody, you know what I mean, and have nobody. You got some people out there. I do it. I've done it, and I do it. But everybody's not like that. I'm telling you right now, you got about 90-something% that's not going to do that. They're not going to discard you and be all alone. And then goes, nah, that's not what they do. What they doing is they talking to somebody else and they slowly reaching for that other branch. It's a monkey branch. Let me grab this first so I don't fall before I let go of this one. That's all it is, man. That's all it is. You know, but their energy is everything. Their energy cannot lie. You know, unless they was lying about their energy in the beginning. But even if they was lying about their energy in the beginning, I still think at some point once they get tired of playing the game and not getting what they want, it'll just be even worse. Wait, maybe I don't think I said that right. But let me explain like this. Even if they was lying and acting like, yeah, the love bombing. Even the love bombing. So there's just going to be, basically there's going to be an energy shift, dog. If they switch up, their energy is going to change and you're going to feel it. You're going to know. There's no denying this shit. I can feel it. I can feel when a woman is switching up. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say. It's not, there's no denying this shit. There's no denying this shit. You know what I mean? But I don't think a lot of y'all pay attention to what y'all gut intuition be telling y'all. I think a lot of y'all, man, I'm tripping, man. It ain't this or that. But yes, it is. It's the same fucking feeling that you got with the last ones. And the last ones, all, like, it's that same feeling that I've always got from the very beginning. Like, oh shit, this girl then switched up, or she's talking to somebody else now, or about to leave or something. That same feeling. You cannot mistake that fucking feeling. You know what I mean? And their behavior is the same. It's like men and women, they all behave the same when they about to switch up on you or have switched up on you. They do the same fucking shit, man. You know, this is nothing new. That's why it's hard to take people serious, because they talking to other people and shit. And you might think it's something real, then next thing you know, boom, they got a whole boyfriend or whole girlfriend and shit. Shit crazy. Shit crazy, man. I'm just being honest. And when I say that, I'm talking about people who, I'm talking about like you getting to know somebody and they act like they like you and all this and all that, you know what I mean? Then boom, they got a whole nother, you was just getting interviews and shit. And that, I'm not knocking that. If that's how people want to do it, they want to explore their options more than one at a time, fine. But what I'm trying to tell y'all is beware of that. Beware of the love bombing or I like you so much type shit, because you're going to be disappointed. Fuck around, they have a whole nother girlfriend or boyfriend and you thought they liked you so much. You know what I'm saying? This is what a lot of people do. But back to the people that you actually was dealing with and getting close to and shit, man. They'll start treating you differently, man. They look at you differently. And remember, some of these people, they won't leave you, but they switched up on you. That's even worse. I'd rather a person leave me and switch up and leave me than switch up on me but didn't leave me. You know, I'd say that's how all three of my long-term relationships ended. The person switched up, but they were still there, like they didn't switch up. You know what I mean? But that's how I know this feeling. That's one of the ways I know this feeling. Like the person still acts like they care and this and that, but you can just feel that it's like a wall in between y'all type thing. Like there's just energy there in between y'all. You can feel that shit, man. And some people say that it could be fixed once people switch up. I don't think so, because it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. I mean, you might stay together and tolerate each other, but it's not the same. Like if someone cheats on somebody or some shit and y'all stay together, it's just not the same. Even for the person who did the cheating, they might not really got hurt because they're the one that cheated, but it's still not the same. They didn't went out and experience other people. They really don't look at you the same. They start looking at you as the old automobile car, you know, versus the new one. You know, even if it don't matter, y'all be like sex better, this or that. It don't matter. Even if they slept with somebody else and your sex was better, they still got in their mind that perception of I want something different. I want to sleep with something different. So that don't matter. It's the fact that they already crossed over to I want to sleep with something different. You know, and when they find something that they really want better than you, that's when they really going to discard you. It's that monkey branch shit. I'm going to reach here, and then I'm not going to let go of here until I know I got this. And then once I got this, then I'm going to let go of that. A lot of them feel like you did them wrong and you hurt them. So that's why a lot of times they're not going to come out and say, I switched up on you. No, they're going to play the game. They're going to play you. Like, oh, he playing me, so he or she playing me, so I'm going to play them. You know what I mean? I'm just going to act like I like them and all this dumb ass shit, man. This is why you cannot trust somebody that doesn't trust you. Some people might say maybe the person's testing you. That's why they doing it. That's why they act like they falling back and shit. Well, even if someone got to test you, that means they really don't trust you like that. And you can't trust somebody who don't trust. You can't trust somebody who doesn't trust you, because it's like this. If you think that I'm doing some other shit, like say I don't trust her, I think she would be messing with other men. That's the type of guy that's gonna mess with another woman, because he already in his mind think that you gonna do it. So if the opportunity presents itself, he gonna be like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna do it. She probably doing it anyway. You know, you can't trust somebody who doesn't trust you. They don't trust you, right? And ain't no telling what they'll do. In other words, if a woman thinks that I'm cheating or something shit like that, she doesn't trust me, she thinks I'm talking to other women, what do you think going to happen if the opportunity presents itself with her and a man? You think she's just going to forget about it? Nah, she already thinks that I'm dealing with other people. You know, the trust is not there. You know, so she's liable to say, you know, I don't trust him anyway. He probably sleeping with other women anyway, so I'm just gonna leave him or sleep with this guy anyway. You know, so that's what I'm saying. Like, when you don't trust, when they don't trust you, it's just, I just feel like if someone don't trust me, I can't trust them. I just can't do it. It doesn't make sense. Like, why don't you trust me? Like, it's too much wiggle room there for someone to do you dirty or, you know, discard you or some shit because they don't trust you, you know? But yeah, man, they, you'll know when they switch, and when they do, man, you can play the game with them or you just simply leave them alone. Ain't no coming back from it. And like I said, a lot of them warn you before they switch up. Like, you don't make me happy, I'm not getting what I want. Whether they right or wrong, I'm not here to argue that. Point is, I'm pointing out what people do. You know, they'll complain. They'll complain. The same person that's so happy, you the best ever, they'll start complaining, right? And you know, once they start complaining, it's time. It's time. You know, because it's just gonna get worse. She complain, he or she complain about this or that. You try to fix that, they'll find other shit to complain about. It's already past the point of no return, man. A lot of people say, nah, it can be fixed. I'm telling you right now, once a person starts feeling a certain way or start to feel like they tired of you, it's over. It's a wrap. They've already crossed that point of they feel like they're tired of you, you know? That's why I feel like this. When someone breaks up the first time, it's pretty much over. A lot of y'all say, nah, they can get back together and become better and all that. I guess it depends on why they broke up and how quick it happened. I guess you could say that, but I still feel like once y'all start to argue, have that big argument of some shit, it's tough to come back from shit like that, man. Because it just always seems to get worse after that. I'm not saying it always happens, but it always seems to get worse. It always seems like once that shit happens, it's at the begin. It's the end. It's the beginning of the end, basically. Motherfuckers can switch up on you within days, minutes, years. You know what I mean? There's no time frame on this shit when someone switches up on you, man. But just understand, man, there's a reason why they're treating you differently now, you know. Or they was never real about how they felt about you in the first place. It's one or the other. There's no, it's in between type shit, no. Either they was lying and love bombing you, or they switched up. Which one is it? Either way, it's not good, but it's one or the other. Because when you really care about somebody, you don't just treat them, I'm going to just treat you bad. No, you leave them alone because you care about them. If you really care about somebody, you'd be like, oh, I'm just going to do her wrong and dirty. No, you're just going to let her go. You know? So why do they keep y'all around? Why they trying to monkey branch to the other person? It is what it is, though, man. All I can say is deal with people on a daily basis, and if they switch up one day, just be prepared for you to switch up and leave them alone. Just leave them alone. That's another thing, like blocking people and shit, and then y'all think they came back because they care and all this and all that. Man, they coming back because they haven't found the other branch to grab onto and let go of you. That's all it is. They've already switched up. I've already talked about this in the beginning of the video. Just because someone is there, it doesn't mean they haven't switched up on you. It doesn't mean that they feel like, I'm done with this person. I just can't find a way away from this person. Some people even are at that point, then they get pregnant by the person. Now they really stuck. But that don't mean that they want to be there. They just stuck. It is what it is, man. I don't know what else to tell y'all, man. They switch up. You know, it's time for you to switch out. You know, move. Leave them alone, man. Because it's just going to get worse. It's not going to get no better. They've already had a bad perception of who you are. It's already, their perception of who they felt you was has already changed. Whether they is right or wrong about it, that's not the point. The perception of who they thought you was have already changed. Therefore, they don't feel the same way about you. Therefore, they're not going to treat you the same way as they was. And some people, like I say, they whole thing was a lie. It was all gaslighting and gassing you up and shit, love bombing you. It wasn't real, you know. So you got some people who don't understand that some people are just telling you what you want to hear, and that's why they switch up, and you be dumbfounded, like how they switch up. I can't believe that, because the person you thought they was or how they felt about you never was. It was never true. That's why you like, how the fuck did this person say they cared about me so much but did this? Nah, that shit don't add up, man. That shit don't add up. I could literally probably look back and be like, man, maybe the exes, some of them didn't really love me like that. I don't know. But I do know this. People can love bomb you and make you feel like they feel a certain way about you and be lying the whole time. You know what I mean? For gain, and you tell them no, now they don't want to be with you. You know what I mean? Maybe they spent their money on weed and you wouldn't give them money, and now they mad at you. All it takes is one argument to change. That's crazy how it's hard to make relationships work, but all it takes is one incident and it can end it all. And remember, that don't mean y'all broke up. It just simply means that they switched up on you, how they feel, you know, about you and about the relationship. All it takes is one incident. Maybe you said no, or she said no, or some shit. But I just don't want y'all to be waiting around in the wings when someone already switched up on you, man. Or once they get tired of once they get tired of faking the love bombing. So it's two things. Either they're tired of faking the love bombing because maybe they found a more beneficial deal, a better deal, right? Or they feel like you're not going to give them what they want, you know? So they tired of faking it. They tired of faking the love bombing. Or they did feel a way about you and they don't know more. Whether you was right or wrong, they right or wrong, who gives a fuck? The point is they switched up. It doesn't matter at that point. It doesn't matter who's right and who's wrong. The point is you switched up. You don't feel the same way. So we can't be, because it's not the same thing that it was. You know? But that's all I got to say for now, y'all. I'm going to let y'all go so I can go to bed. But, yeah, man, they switch up. One word text and all that shit. It could be playing games. I don't know. You know, to me, if it's playing games, that means it was fake from the very beginning. But let's hypothetically say it was real. Even if it was real, and they start one word texting you and all this other shit, it don't matter. It's time to go. It's time to go. Because you don't do that to somebody you care about. Oh, I didn't get my way, so now I'm going to treat her differently. You don't do that type shit. You don't do that type shit, man. Not for somebody you really want to be with, right? But some people ain't cut out for this shit. They can last a day, a week, a month, maybe a year or something like that. But everybody ain't in that till death do us part type category. A lot of people, they just not cut out for that, or they just faking it. You know, I'm out of here, man. I ain't gonna keep saying the same shit over and over. They faking it, or they not cut out for it, or they just switched up when you don't feel the same way. It's one of the three things, man. And either way, you'll know that feeling, because it's the same feeling that you got with the last person you was with when you thought you was tripping about them switching up, and then you come to find out they did switch up, and that's why you're no longer with them. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man.